Hi friends, today's topic of discussion is from the chapter Polynomials, practice set 3.5, and this is question number 5. So here it has been given, divide the first polynomial by second and find the remainder using factor theorem. Okay, so let us first understand what is factor theorem and what is remainder theorem. Actually speaking, remainder theorem and factor theorem is same up to a certain point. Okay, like for example, when it has been given two polynomials and we have been given a dividend and another is the divisor. So when we solve the divisor by putting it to 0 and there we find the value of the variable, and that particular value if we put in the polynomial, then we will get the remainder. Up to this point the factor theorem and remainder theorem is same, but if we get the remainder as 0, then factor theorem comes into picture, because here when remainder is 0 we can say that the divisor is a factor, okay, and if the remainder is not 0, so we can say the divisor is not a factor. So up to finding the remainder, the factor theorem and the remainder theorem is same. So here it has been told to find the remainder. So let's do it. So how we do it, as we discussed just now, that we need to put the divisor is equal to 0. So our divisor, that is the second polynomial, is x plus 1. So we'll put it to 0. So divisor x plus 1 is equal to 0. So here we get x is equal to minus 1. So this value we will put in the polynomial. So our polynomial is p of x, that is x square minus 7x plus 9. So we can put x is equal to minus 1. So we get p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 square minus 7 into minus 1 plus 9. So minus 1 square is 1, minus 7 into minus 1, that is plus 7 plus 9. So 1 plus 7 is 8, 8 plus 9 is 17. So we got p of minus 1 is equal to 17. So as we discussed that once we put the value of the variable by equating the divisor equal to 0, so from there we get the value of the variable that we put in the polynomial. So we'll get the value of polynomial and that value will be the remainder. So therefore remainder is equal to 17. Okay, so here this is p of minus 1, that is the value of polynomial when x is equal to minus 1 equal to 17 will be the remainder by the factor theorem. So by factor theorem. Okay, so this was question number, sub question number 1 from question number 5. We will solve one more problem here. So that will be the question number or sub question number 2. So let's do it. So sub question number 2 is given as 2x cube minus 2x square plus ax minus a. Okay, here it need to be divided by the second polynomial, that is x minus 1. So as we discussed, first we need to put the divisor equal to 0 to find the value of the variable. So divisor x minus a is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to a. So now this value we have to put in the polynomial. So our polynomial is 2x cube minus 2x square plus ax minus a. So put x is equal to a. So p of a is equal to 2a cube minus 2a square plus a into a minus a. So this will be 2a cube minus 2a square, this is plus a square minus a. So as such we can see related to a cube there is only one term, but related to a square there are two terms. So minus 2 plus 1. So it will be minus 1. So this will be 2a cube minus a square minus a. Okay. So because of this minus 2a square plus a square, we got minus a square. So we got the value of polynomial when x is equal to a as this, and as such by factor theorem we can say this is the remainder. So we can say therefore remainder is equal to 2a cube minus a square minus a. So this is by factor theorem. Okay, they can say this by factor theorem or remainder theorem, because as such which we discussed that up to finding the remainder, factor theorem and remainder theorem is same if they want to have a conclusion about whether the divisor is a factor or not. Then further factor theorem can be used, but remainder theorem and factor theorem up to finding remainder is same. In the question it was given that using factor theorem, that's why we have written here by factor theorem. If it was given by remainder theorem, then the method would be same, but instead of reason by factor theorem we would have written by remainder theorem. So this was question number 5. We have solved question number 1 and question number 2. Question number 3 we are not solving. Okay, so if you have any difficulty with sub question number 3, please send request. We will make the video for the same. Hope you like the video. We will again meet in the next video very soon. Till then, goodbye.